All right, we are going to start learning cursive. So it seems like it would be a good idea to go straight through the alphabet, but I'm going to break it up into different letters that you can form in similar patterns. So we're going to start off with the letter E. So you should get a piece of paper out, maybe pause the video and grab a pencil or pen and paper. So if I have a line here and we're writing the letter E, remember that an E is, we're just starting with lowercase. So an E is going to start at the bottom and you're going to come up and make a loop. That's an E. That's all. Just a little loop makes an E. So I want you to make a couple E's and practice. E, 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 E. Okay, very good. Those are E's. Super simple. The second letter we're going to do is an L. I guess I should have done lowercase L there. Okay, so an L is, when we think about print, an L goes all the way from the top to the bottom. So for an L in cursive, we're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to go all the way up and make kind of like a tall E. Your loop is just going to be all the way at the top. So we have our E, and we have an L that goes up to the top. So the third letter, we're only going to learn 3 letters today, is an I. So an I is similar to an E, except instead of making a whole loop, I'm going to keep the line together and then I'm going to dot it. So you don't make a loop, you keep the line together and make an I. I know that my handwriting isn't great because I'm trying to write on my computer, but an I is, that was a bad one, is going to be upright, and there's not supposed to be a little hole in it. Okay, there's an I. So when we are trying to connect our letters, the reason that we start at the bottom like this and end at the bottom is so that our letters can connect really easily. So if I'm looking at the 3 letters I have here, since we don't have a lot of letters yet, it's going to be harder to come up with words. But if I'm thinking about being sick, I might say I'm ill. So if I want to talk about being ill, then I'm going to start at the bottom and go up and make my I, come back down, and then my L's go all the way to the top, and then I come back and dot my I. So they're connected all at the bottom, so you never have to lift up your pen or pencil. Sorry, that I was bad. It's really hard to make an I with this stylus. So an I stays connected, and the 2 L's are just 2 tall loops. And then you go back to the end. Once you're finished writing all 3 letters, you go back and dot your I. Ill. The only other word I could think of would be Spanish for the, which would be L. So if I want to write L, it's E-L. So I start at the bottom always, come up, make my loop, and then make my big loop for my L. E-L. And I'm never disconnecting. I keep my pencil down the whole time. So E-L is just 2 loops. One short, one's tall. So you can practice those 3 letters each day. I'm going to add a few letters that kind of make the same shape. So you noticed that today our shape was kind of just loopy shapes. We will go back and add a different form of letter on Wednesday. So I hope this was easy for you to follow and it was helpful, and I hope you're excited to learn cursive. I'm trying to close out, but I apparently don't know how, so give me a second.